and welcome again to those of you who've joined me for this time of reawakening the I Am presence within us. This is an important time for all the children of God, from all races, cultures, political persuasion, sexual orientation, disabilities, the whole gambit of God's creation. Each child of God is welcome to reawaken their heart to the I Am presence, the divine feminine and masculine aspect of the Supreme within their being. And it doesn't take rocket science for you and I to work out what is good, what is evil, what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, what is light, what is dark, and what is night and what is day. But we come together around this table, a table of miracles and a table of many blessings. And the company of heaven is calling each child of God. Yes, each child of God has impregnated within their higher self, their soul's DNA, that they belong to the Supreme. And whether they choose to activate that knowledge and implement that in their way of life, only they can choose. Only you and I can choose whether we wish to surrender our heart to a loving Father, Mother God. It is a free choice. It is a free gift. And it represents the love of the Supreme for each child of God to allow us the opportunity to surrender our heart in love. And even if we don't and refuse, we are still loved. We're not cast aside as being some piece of rubbish. We're actually respected for our indifference and lack of respect. And that must say something to your heart, because it does to mine. That how can a God of love be so tolerant and so forgiving of the children of God who desecrate the image of God in each child of God, who desecrate the landscape, who desecrate the animal kingdom, who desecrates their own life. Let us come. Let us join one another for a top-up. Yes, let us call into the I Am presence gasoline garage for a top-up of energy and reawaken what's already there to come into the presence of love. The theme for this evening, now it's morning here, is the meaning of life. The meaning of life. What is the meaning of life in relation to God, Father, Mother, and the Cosmic Christ? But first, let us reflect. Let us be still. Let us just get comfortable in our armchair. And if you should fall asleep, not to worry. Maybe your body, your mind needs that sleep. But let us find the right position just to be still. And having lit our candle and switched off our phone and our mobile phone, let us come into the presence of God. The presence of unconditional love, the presence of respectful love, where there is no judgment, there is no condemnation. only acceptance. That is a big issue for a lot of people who've been so wounded by God's representatives on earth, who have shouted from the pulpits abuse, rejection, sin, be gone, get away, you're not welcome. The Father, Mother God would never dream of doing that to any child of God. And God's representatives who have abused their power given to them freely by God will have a lot to answer for. But let us not sit in condemnation. Excuse me. Let us sit in love. And let us hold our brothers and sisters who've abused their gifts from God. Let us pray for them. Let us remember them. And now that we are relaxed, let us be mindful of our in-breath. Let us be mindful of our heart rate. And let us bring the two together as we breathe in unconditional love. And we just take that first breath slowly and effortlessly and allow it to connect to the rhythm of our breathing. And let us sense the peace and the gentleness of Mother Earth. Let us feel her love for us. And as we relax and slowly allow our mind receive the healing energies of the earth, the landscape and the animal kingdom, we breathe in the very breath of God. Let's begin. Let us breathe in to the count of 4 and hold it. 3, 4. And now release. 2, 3, 4. And just go with the rhythm of your own breathing. And be aware of Mother Earth. She is with us, as are the tree devas, the elementals, and all the nature spirits of all indigenous peoples. They are around us, as is our guardian angel. And now we call on the messengers of God. We call on the whole company of heaven. And we say these simple words. Higher Self, lead me to the vibration level and the light level of the angelic kingdom. And now wait for the messengers of love who do not represent religion, but who represent the Supreme, to come into our space and to join us. Let us visualize that. A being of light coming from the heavenly city, coming right through, down through our galaxy, coming to planet Earth, hovering over where we live, and suddenly they are there with us, sat beside us. And if we are anxious or stressed, or there is some fear in our life, then let us allow the messenger of God take our hand and release healing love through their gentle touch. And let us be still. And let us be mindful that we are here, so that the essence and the energy of the cosmic Christ will touch us will inspire us, will empower us to listen with our heart, to receive that love through our heart. Just be still now. And with every in-breath that we breathe, we are breathing in the feminine and the masculine energies of the Supreme Deity, known by many names. A God of love. Can you feel that love? Can you sense the essence of the heartbeat of God? Can you sense the presence of God? If not, just relax and allow the Supreme come into your space when you are ready. There must be no pressure, no force, and no sense of unworthiness. For we are loved, for we are truly loved. Let us just stay focused that someone loves me, someone really cares about me. Despite all my faults and failings, someone really loves me, that I am loved. What is that saying to your heart? That you are loved as a unique creation, a child of love, a co-creator of God, that God can really love us, their creation, where there is no condemnation, excuse me, where there is no rejection, only acceptance and a warm embrace. Stay with those thoughts and allow the love of this moment, this precious moment, which is a prayer. This is a prayer. Our sitting together, holding one another, nurturing one another. This has got to be the greatest prayer. That we are allowing our hearts connect with each other's and allow God, the Supreme, come into our space. What an amazing feeling. What a beautiful, beautiful gift that God has given to you and me, to be still. So let us be still in the presence of love. And behind me you will see a replica of the heart of God flashing love, light and blessing. And in the very center of that heart, there is the real presence, the cosmic Christ, who sees you, who hears you, who knows you, who loves you, and who wants to touch you and set you free of all the pain and the hurt, the sadness, the rejection, the misunderstandings, and allow you and me to come in to that sacred intimacy of sharing and receiving this precious gift of love. Just hold the blue heart with the indigo colors. Hold it in your mind's eye and allow it imprint on your mind and your heart that you are loved. truly loved. And the cosmic Christ is calling you to love, to embrace love. Be still. And as you sit in the excuse me, in the stillness, we share with you some of the thoughts on the meaning of life in relation to our love affair with the Christ, the cosmic Christ, and He with us. Together with the whole people of God, with people from all over the world, you are invited to live a life exceeding all your hopes. On your own, how could you ever experience the radiance of God's presence and the healing touch of the cosmic Christ and Magdalena? God is too dazzled to be looked upon. He is a God who blinds our sight. It is Christ who channels this consuming fire and allows God to shine through without dazzling us, without hurting us, without alienating us, as many of His ministers have through the centuries. Christ is present, close to each one of us, whether we know Him or not. He is so bound up with us that He lives within us, within the I Am presence that's taken up residence in our heart. Even when we are unaware of the cosmic Christ, He is there in secret, a fire burning in our hearts, a light in the darkness. But the cosmic Christ is also someone other than yourself. He is alive. He stands beyond, ahead of you and me, beckoning us to love, to be loved, and for that love to empower us, surrender who we are, to experience the mystery of love. Here is the secret of the cosmic Christ. He loved you and me first. Oh yes, He loved you and me first. That is the meaning of your life. To be loved forever, to be loved for all eternity, so that you in turn will dare to live your life to the full, to the full, to the full. Let's just stay with that. Let's just stay with that beautiful feeling that He loved us first, that He loves us now, that He loves us as a child of God. And there is no greater love than to know that though we may have hated ourselves all our life, though we've been put down by others all our life, where we've never been good enough, or achieved the academic prowess and status that family parents had for us. We may have rebelled and gone our own way. We may have been stubborn of heart. We may have been resentful and jealous and vindictive. But hey, that was then. This is now. We are loved. We are truly loved. And no one can take that from us. No judgment from man or woman or beast on earth can take that gift from your heart or mine. That the cosmic Christ loves us. And he calls us to agape, to sit in the presence of God, and to live a lived life, to be free of self, to be free of ego, materialism, greed, selfishness, and violent acts towards ourselves and to others. Why? Because he loves us, and he expects more of us. He expects us to share that love, to reciprocate that love. And this is the meaning of your life on earth and mine. To be loved forever, loved to all eternity, so that you in turn will dare to live your life to the fullest. Without love, what is the point of living? What is the point of living if there is no love in your heart? If you are resentful and unforgiving, and where the society owes you, that is not love. But yet the cosmic Christ loves such a person. But if they've chosen to remain closed to that love, then that is their choice. But they're still loved. What magnanimous love. From now on, in prayer or in struggle, only one thing is disastrous for you and me: the loss of love. For without love, what is the good of believing, or even of giving your body to the flames? Do you see, contemplation and struggle arise from the very same source, Christ, who is love? If you pray, it is out of love. If you struggle to restore dignity to the exploited, that too is love. Will you agree to set out on this road, and at the risk of losing your life for love, will you live the cosmic Christ for others? That is the challenge. That is the gift. That is the invitation. Let us relax now. And as we sit at this table of many blessings, where our hearts are entwined with each other, we all come in service to love. So let us look at the heart flashing behind me. It represents the mystical heart of a loving God, sending healing life force energy throughout the world, to every village, town, city, country, continent. And now we hear the Christ calling us, will you love me? We hear the voice again, will you love me like I love you? Will you love me as I love you? And the voice is incessant until we answer yes. And as soon as we say, yes, I will love you, we see the face of the cosmic Christ. We see his eyes dripping tears of joy. Yes, he's shedding tears, tears of joy, that we have come home to our truth, to our heart, and that we are allowing his love bathe us in oneness, in togetherness, for we are one now. And the tears of the cosmic Christ are real tears. They are real tears. They're tears of joy that the child of God who was once lost is now found and has opened their heart to this amazing love. This is the true meaning of life. To surrender one's heart to love and to be loved like there is no one else living on this earth plane. And it is that love that inspires us to allow the cosmic Christ lay his healing hand on our heart and release us from the ghosts of our past, from our many demons, from our acts of violence and uncharitableness that we have exerted on ourselves and then on others. But now the tears of the Christ are tears of joy, tears of love. And you raise your hands and you wipe those tears with your blessed hands. And you bring those hands back to you, and they're moist with the tears of the Christ. And you place your head in your hands, and you shed a tear of joy that you are loved, that you are loved, and that there is no greater love than this. Allow the love that you feel in your heart for the cosmic Christ and the Supreme release within you now an overwhelming sense of God's peace. For you are that peace, and you have become the beating heart of the cosmic Christ. Now feel your heartbeat. Sense the rhythm of your heartbeat now. And it is a heartbeat of love that has been released to embrace all that you are as a beloved of God, as a child of God. Just be in the presence now of the cosmic Christ, and know that his love for you and me is not a disingenuous love. It is a pure, selfless love. It is a vibrant love. It is a healing love. And it's touching us right now to relax, to be still. Go within your heart now, and therein find the love of God, the love of creation, the love of the sacred. Allow that love that inspired many, many, many billions, trillions of souls who have walked this earth plane like you and me to find you and bring you their love, so that you walk this path not alone anymore, but surrounded by love. For you are that love.